Good.
Hi, my name is Lura Brannon, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use a volumetric pipette. This one is 5 milliliters, and you measure up to this little etched line, and that gives you precisely 5 milliliters. So what we're going to do today is just showing you how to use it with water to give you the idea of the proper procedure. So the first thing to do when you're using a new pipette is to rinse it out with the solution. And that's to ensure that you wash anything out that's in there and to make sure that your solution doesn't stick to the insides of the pipette, so it will all flow out and you get a precise measurement. You're going to start by placing the tip of the pipette into the solution that you're wanting to transfer, and make sure that it is below the surface of the solution but not touching the bottom, because that's where impurities tend to lie. You will squeeze the bulb before putting it onto the top of the pipette. This is an important step because if you squeeze it afterwards, you're going to blow air down into the solution. So squeeze your pipette, place it on the top, and as you let go, it creates a vacuum. Now notice it moves quickly up the tube, slowly through the bulb, and then it will begin to move quickly again. Once you get it above that mark, you're going to quickly move the bulb off and replace it with your finger. Be careful not to suck the solution up to the bulb because it will contaminate the bulb. So to rinse the first time, then you can just let it flow back into the tube, or into the beaker. And notice that there is a little bit left in the bottom of the pipette, and that is normal, and even after your measurement, it has been calibrated for that amount of water to stay, or solution to stay in there. So we're just going to repeat that process for the actual transferal, this time making sure we do get well above the etched line that marks the 5 milliliters. Now notice that was a pretty quick transference. Now this is like you did when you were a kid and you had a straw with your pop and you sucked the pop up and you held it with your straw and you dripped it into your mouth. It's the same idea. So we have to keep firm pressure on the top so as not to lose any solution. Now my meniscus is here and my edge is here, so I'm going to let the pressure up a little, and I'm going to roll the pipette between my fingers to help release some of that solution back into the beaker. You want to do this very slowly. The closer you get, notice when it's in the thinner part of the pipette, it does move fairly quickly. So it's just a gentle roll. Getting close. Okay, now I dropped below, so I'm going to just use my bulb again, squeezing before I put on there. Quick transfer. Bring it back above the line. Okay, let's try this again. Gentle roll.
Are these guys?
Okay.
Is what I meant for the
Okay. That's what I thought.
All right. Now, if you can see, I'll hold this paper behind. We should be right at the line. So as you read, the meniscus is right at the line. So at this point, all you do is you move over to your container that you would like to transfer the solution to. Release your finger and let it
sorry
grab
about
it.
that. Yeah, guys, the micro pipettes are over in this hood over here, if you're looking for them.
Now it is a little time consuming, but it's much more precise than using a graduated cylinder. Okay, now that I'm done, I've got a little drop at the end. I want to make sure I touch the end of my pipette to the side of the container to make sure any last bit gets done. And as you can see again, there's that little amount left, but that has been calibrated. Thank you.